writers and readers, I'm Christy Stratus, and today is the end of week 1 of NaNoWriMo. So I don't know if you're getting stuck at all yet in your story or if you're just going strong, but I have a really good suggestion for you. This has worked for me, so if you start getting stuck at any point, one of the things that I like to do is I go to a place where I feel uncomfortable just sitting there with nothing to do. Like if I was just sitting there alone, I would feel really uncomfortable without something to look at. And the place that I like best is going to a restaurant or a cafe, and I make sure that if I'm going to sit at a table, as opposed to like a bar type area or whatever, if I'm going to sit at a table, that I'm facing out towards where other people are sitting. And that makes it more uncomfortable. Now, why am I making myself so uncomfortable? Because with nothing to do, I feel really awkward sitting there, and that forces me to write in a notebook. So what I do is I don't bring a laptop because I will get distracted by the internet, and I don't want that. Some people are fine with that, it's totally up to you, but for me I bring an actual physical notebook and I sit there and I force myself to write. And I've already done this. I did it with Anatomy of a Darkened Heart. I've already started it with this new novelette, Lock and Key, that I'm writing. And you know, I had like a couple of ideas, but I wasn't really sure where to go at first, so I went to a cafe. I sat, just like I said, facing out towards where other people were in groups, and I was alone, and I had my notebook and I had to just write something down, anything, even if it was something I really wasn't sure about, because I didn't want to just like, I felt uncomfortable just like sitting there thinking about it, staring off into space or something. So I would just continue to write, and sometimes I start out with no ideas at all, and I think, okay, Mrs. Something went here, and then I just go from there and see what happens. I have actually found that I keep most of the things I end up writing that way, which I never thought would happen before I tried it for the first time. I only ever didn't end up using one scene, and that was a dream sequence for Anatomy of a Darkened Heart. And it was still extremely useful because I tried it out, it didn't work, and I realized, you know what, a dream sequence isn't going to work at all for Anatomy of a Darkened Heart, and I'm just not going to write any more of them, which was great. And the second great thing about it is that at some point I can release that as like a special deleted scene if I want to, which I talked about also in the last video. So if you're comfortable sitting in a cafe or a restaurant by yourself, and that doesn't bother you, then you may actually want to find something that does bother you a little bit. Like if you feel like sitting on a bench in a park is really uncomfortable for you unless you have something to do, and it's going to force you to write something in your notebook, then that's what you want to do. It sounds really weird at first and uncomfortable, but that's what it's supposed to be, and it just forces you to do your thing. So I hope that that helps you. Give it a shot. Let me know down below what happens if you do give it a shot. Like this video and subscribe to my channel for more tips and a lot more videos, and I'll see you soon. Good luck!